Okay everyone, get ready. It is time to buckle up for months of uncontrollable chaos, of unmissable drama, full of trauma, full of ecstasy. As the old song goes, whatever will be at the end of it all. We are very much under starters' orders. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Just about ready to go then, Jim. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, new tactics, new ideas, new faces on and off the pitch, Peter, and how they've blended themselves in. There'll be lots of talking points, but first and foremost, like everyone, I'm delighted the game's back.
Got things underway. Mohamed Salah. Frimpong. He's well to Fields! Oh, it's come loose. That's going to go a long way. Well, there's always this great sense of excitement when there's a new boss at the club. The pre-match press conference was terrific. First time we really had the chance to hear what he has to say about his ambitions.
Yeah, we're getting a real buzz, aren't we? I think he certainly managed to come across as someone who is very ambitious. I thought he put his points across extremely eloquently
Very well.
in talking about his plans for the future. So now he just needs to get off to a good start.
And they can counter here. He's in a face-to-face with the keeper. This has gone, that's a foul.
Well, you can blame some suspect defensive positioning for that set of circumstances, and they were just left with little choice.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. He's gone for goal. Tries to get it clear. Gibbs White. That is good strength. He is, and the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's managed to get free. Neither side yet able to find the net. Long ball by the goalkeeper. That is a great pick out. Mohamed Salah. And the shot! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
First goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration would be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Proves too strong. Aim forwards. Aina. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Hudson-Odoi. It's been slipped through. And he's found a way past.
Wood, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Played in by Robertson. Isak. He's being urged to shoot. Moved on forwards. Hudson-Odoi has been caught there, it's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. Wood. Hudson-Odoi! Frimpong gently done. That looks a good ball through. And the shot! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind on the clinical edge.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Vitz, chance, surely! A real chance and a real let-off.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Wood is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Laid back in, nicely intercepted. And here's Vitz. He's had a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And it's Vitz. Now it's Gakpo. Gakpo. Nice interception, well timed. It's Salah! Well, the ball's come loose here. And retrieved, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Wirtz. And here's Isak. That's a chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Half-time whistle goes. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And the game has already resumed here. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Konate. Wood does really well to win the ball there. Chance for a shot! It's in! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed!
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So is this the start of a comeback? Wirtz, Gakpo. That's surely a foul, free kick. An opportunity then to pull clear here. McAllister with a real chance here. And he's going direct. Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Mohamed Salah could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Frimpong. McAllister closing in on goal. Robertson opts to play it back. Oh, he's found him in shapes to shoot! He scored! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
So now the difference is 3. Aina. And it's played forward. That has found him in acres of space.
That's good defending, very good defending.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Wood tries to think it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Konate and Dijk forwards and with intent. That's a good run down the left. He is just caressing the ball. And that's a fine challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. And a cross. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, they've set out to man mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Robertson has created one goal already. Williams. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Now it's Wood. Wood is on his own. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Yeah, a callous act that was used to rescue a desperate moment, Peter. They dug a deep hole for themselves there.
He's having a go. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, that is asking for trouble. It's anyone's ball now. Gravenberg. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Wits. Isak shoots! Frimpong. Konate.
Vert really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He goes for a shot! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Konate. And it's Kirkes. He's shifting through the gears here. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's heaved it away.
That's really well manoeuvred.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Hudson-Odoi. Nice physical challenge. Chiesa. 4 added minutes on the board. Isak. He has found a way through. Kirkes. So what can they make of this? Gibbs-White. Chiesa forwards and time is up. That is a very, very tidy start. Reason for great satisfaction, great optimism ahead of what we are sure will be a very competitive season. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I don't think they could ask for any more on the opening day, you know, one which the manager looks visibly pleased with, and I think he has a lot of positives to take away from this.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.